Tell us more about your technology. What Lamina Operating Systems? Lamina OS is a governance and reasoning architecture for AI-enabled systems in safety-critical environments. It is not a large language model. It is not a replacement for existing Army networks, sensors, or platforms. It is a learned intelligence (LA) layer designed to sit above or alongside conventional AI components, including LLMs, and enforce a shared rule set on the reasoning those components produce before any action reaches a human operator or an autonomous system. The problem Lamina addresses. Every current AI deployment for defense applications runs into the same wall. The model was trained to be useful, not trained to be governed. Hallucination, drift, and silent reasoning are addressed downstream, through filters, red teaming, and output guardrails. The underlying model is not built on the same principles as the governance layer that sits over it. When the two disagree, neither side is auditable. Lamina takes a different approach. The LLM and the LI governance layer are constructed on a shared foundational rule set, internally referred to as the Lamina laws. Because both systems are built on identical core principles, the LLM cannot produce reasoning that contradicts the governance layer. Hallucination is prevented at the source, not patched after the fact. This is the fundamental architectural distinction between Lamina and conventional AI plus guardrail approaches. How it is used. Lamina OS deploys as a piggyback function. It does not replace existing infrastructure. It rides on top of existing Army systems, command and control networks, sensor fabrics, soldier-attached communications hardware, and activates a unified LI-governed information layer across connected assets in real time. Commanders do not receive a raw data feed or an unfiltered AI-generated summary. They receive an interpreted command picture, aggregated from every authorized input, reasoned over by the LI layer, and presented with a clear audit trail. Every recommendation carries the reasoning that produced it. Every action requires structural human-in-the-loop authorization. The LI layer cannot self-authorize an engagement or a change of posture. For soldier-attached applications, the architecture is designed to install on existing soldier comms and phone hardware. No new device requirement. No additional load-bearing equipment. The soldier carries what they already carry, and the LI layer activates on top of it. Why it is innovative. 3 elements distinguish Lamina OS from current approaches. First, shared rule set construction. Both the LLM and the governance layer are built from the Lamina laws as foundational principles. This eliminates the adversarial relationship between model and guardrail that defines current AI safety work. Second, structural human-in-the-loop. Human authorization is not a policy imposed on the system, it is structural, meaning the architecture itself cannot execute an engagement or action without it. This is stronger than rule-based permissioning, which can be bypassed by the model if the rules conflict. Third, piggyback deployment. Most AI governance proposals require the host organization to adopt a new model, a new platform, or a new data pipeline. Lamina integrates with what is already in the field, which is critical for an army that cannot pause operations to retool. Approach to creating it. Lamina Research Collective is developing the architecture and specification with the intent of partnering with a prime contractor or government innovation office for build-out. The company's position is that learned intelligence is a specification stage capability today, and the appropriate next step is co-development with a partner who can bring platform integration expertise. The company has active DoD trade win submissions and a DAU intake in support of this path. Related research areas. Lamina OS intersects with several active research areas: AI alignment and interpretability, formal verification of autonomous systems, human autonomy teaming, explainable AI, XAI, and governance frameworks for large language models. The architecture draws from each of these areas but is distinguished by the shared rule set construction between the LI layer and the underlying model. Relevance to the Army. Army modernization priorities. IVAS, robotic combat vehicles, next generation C2, autonomous ground and aerial platforms, soldier-attached decision support, all face the same governance challenge. Each of these programs benefits from an auditable, human-in-the-loop reasoning layer that can be deployed without replacing the underlying system. Lamina OS is designed specifically for this integration pattern. The architecture is class-structured across residential, police, military, and space deployments, with the military, M class as the direct application for Army use cases. The class structure allows for consistent governance across crossover environments, for example, police units operating alongside military units in declared emergencies, without retraining or hardware changes. The Lamina OS systems integrate, overcome, adapt, in real time with humans in the loop, at every stage. A Model P5, police humanoid robot, does not require training to switch to the military rules of engagement, that is already built in. Even a residential R5 robot can switch to military rules of engagement. 1-minute residential robots are mowing the lawn, they see something strange, report it to authorities, a simple command from police sends that residential robot into police protect mode. The situation escalates and the same grass-cutting humanoid R5 switches its programming to military grade. That is government protection, not Big Brother oversight. The President of the United States asked for robots on the coast. Lamina's answer is allow the civilians to purchase the robots at a discounted price. Your robot army is out cutting my lawn, good job Mr. President. Current status. Lamina OS is at the architecture and specification stage. The company is seeking a teaming relationship to move the capability from specification to prototype in partnership with an Army or prime contractor customer. Lamina Research Collective LLC holds UEI registration and has DoD and Tradewin submissions on file. If you are a large AI company or military supplier, we should open discussions on how best to protect the NATO alliance. Lamina cooperates, we work with the military, train military personnel, and when we leave, well, we simply are not needed any longer, on to the next mission. Did someone say, Lamina liquid or space launch? I guess that's a different layer to the Lamina Research Collective, and you thought we were just a software company. Live, laugh, love and grow with us. We are Lamina Research and we need partners.